this MakeCode tech tip video on user tutorials. You've likely seen and tried the tutorials found on the home screen in MakeCode. Maybe you have your own tutorial idea that's different than the one shown on the home screen. You might want to make one to share with your coding club, friends, or the students in your classroom. Well, there's a way you can create your own tutorial and share it right from the MakeCode editor itself. So we'll start by quickly making a program to use as a goal for a tutorial. Here we're using MakeCode Arcade, but the user tutorial process is the same in any of the MakeCode editors. We create a sprite and then draw an image for the sprite using the image editor. We'll go get a block to set the velocity for the sprite so that it'll move around. And we'll pick up a settings block and set the bounce on wall setting to on so that the sprite will bounce off the sides of the screen. And we'll also include a show physics setting block so the velocities will appear. This is what the program looks like. Now the tutorial you create is written in markdown text as part of a project. The tutorial contents are placed in the project's readme.md file. You access the file by going to the JavaScript view in the editor. Just below the simulator is the file explorer for the project files. Click on the Explorer folder to show all the files. Select readme.md to edit it. We go over to the JavaScript view and we'll see the JavaScript for the code for our program. And we'll copy that so that we can paste it over in the readme.md file so that we can use it to grab pieces of it for our code hints. Expand the view and paste in our code inside a blocks styled section. You'll see on the right that there's a side docs view which will show the rendered version of our tutorial. This is handy as a preview for the tutorial as we write it. We'll label this as to discard for later because it won't be part of our final tutorial. We'll put in a title for the tutorial and then begin with step number 1. In the first step we're going to create the sprite, and so we'll tell that in the description. The text for the block is styled so that it appears block-like with a color related to the category of the block. And also here we'll tell the user to edit, or rather to draw the image for their sprite in the image editor. After this description, we'll put a code hint in a block section, and we'll grab just the first line of code as their first code hint for the step. And you'll see at the side docs that the step has been updated and is displayed. Step 2 is the step for putting in the settings block for bouncing on the wall. And it's very similar in the first step where we have the description with the styled block text and a code hint. Where in the code hint we will add the next line of code to show the progression in the tutorial. Go down to the example and grab some more lines and put them into the block section. Step number 3 is where we'll make the sprite move by including the set velocity block. And it too is like the previous two steps where we have the description and the code hint, but it just has more code for the code hint this time because we're having the set velocity block there also. Put in the block section and grab the hint code. For step 4, this will just be a description step. It'll tell the user to go to the simulator and run their program so they can see what it currently will do. This will give them a feeling of progression that they're getting something done in the tutorial. And we see the step added in the side dock view. There's just a description with no step hint or code hint there. Step 5 is our last activity step, and we'll add in the final settings block for showing the velocities of the sprite as it moves. And the code hint for this will contain the complete code for the program, since this is the last step, so the code should be complete. In the block section, we'll go get all of the lines of the program and put it in. Copy all of it and insert it in the blocks section. Now it's nice to have a completion step that tells the user they did a good job and give them a sense of confidence so that they want to continue on and try a new project. This is just a description only. After that, we'll delete our code we pasted in from the program because we don't want that showing up in the completed tutorial. You can also add an introduction step that is just a description, and it gives the idea of what we're trying to accomplish with the tutorial as we begin. Here we've added an attribute to make this particular step pop up in a window using the full screen attribute. Now the tutorial is completed. The next thing you want to do is share your project. So not only the code but the readme.md contents are shared. We do this by going to the share button and publishing the project and copying the share URL. Now the share URL is used along with the MakeCode editor URL to make a combined tutorial URL, which you will then give to your users so they can run the tutorial in their editor. The tutorial URL has this format, where first is the editor URL, the tutorial command, and then the shared URL. The tutorial command has the hash symbol and colon on both ends of it. So we'll run the tutorial, putting in our shared URL with the tutorial command. And we see that it runs like maybe the other tutorials you've seen. So we'll step through it and see that all of the steps that we have written are actually showing up. And there it is. We have our own user tutorial. For further information on both writing a user tutorial or writing tutorials in general, take a look at the pages at these links.